Right guys, welcome back to Regal Studio and welcome back to Transformation Donation. This is episode 8 and we've got Gabe in the chair. Now, we're at 92 inches, right? And Nukan is 16 inches in length. But I don't know whether we're gonna have someone who beats him today. Because that's definitely longer than 16 inches from where I'm standing. Transformation Donation. Gabe, what is the plan, mate? What are we looking to do today?
Cut it all off, basically.
Okie dokie. Have you got any ideas? What you're thinking?
Yeah, I've got a couple of ideas.
Let's have a little look.
So something like that, where you bring it forward, but not too tight on the sides, because I don't like a fade or anything.
Yeah. Do you want it to still look quite natural over the ears? Do you still want to keep some length in the sides and the back then?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. So that
but
one
then
there.
I don't mind something like this as well, so slightly longer at the back again. But coming forwards a bit more. Or kind of dropping over the eyes
down.
there.
Okay. So is the main thing you want as a fringe? Is that kind of where you're going with this a little bit? You kind of
of.
want to experience a fringe for a bit, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got one concern is your centre part now. Okay. I've got a feeling because of how long you've had your hair like this, that centre part's going to stay in for a while. And no matter how much blow drying I do, that's just been trained for so long to fall central. So the first thought is going straight in with a forward facing haircut is probably not best because it'll just split. You know, at any moment it'll start to split, even through the day. Because I wouldn't be 100% confident doing a kind of mod forward style if that still happens like that. So what I think we're probably best doing is we'll cut the length off through the back and side. Obviously we'll cut it off and get ready to measure it and stuff. But then I'll do the back and sides first. I'll leave the top and I'll comb the top forwards and I'll see what it starts to do. If it starts to split, I'd recommend for your first transformation cut, go for something like the second picture. Just because then it's blending in with what you've already got.
Yeah.
It'll be easy to manage, it'll work straight away. If it's okay and it does fall forwards, then we can cut the fringing and we do it that way. So I think it might be something that we have to kind of see what happens as the hair gets longer. Because again, this is a bit of a minefield. We'll never really know what happens until we do it. You know, I can't tell, I've never met before, don't know what your hair does. You can't remember what your hair will do. So we just have to kind of see where it goes. You kind of have an idea of where it'll be, but I've got straight away, I'm thinking that's not going to move at all. So I think we should aim for the second photo, which you like. But if we can do the first, we'll do the first. Is that all right, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool, man.
Sounds great.
Sweet. All right, so let's tie your hair up and let's get it cut off then, mate. So you're 100% sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ready.
No last minute requests?
Oh.
Good lad.
Has anyone ever changed their mind?
Yeah, they have, yeah. Guy today.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been threatening to get it cut for... I say threatening because I've been saying to people, oh yeah, I'm getting it cut. And they ask when, and I go soon. But I thought I'd apply for this, and then suddenly I heard back and...
And then it was real. Yeah, that's it, man. I think a lot of people apply not thinking they're going to get through, and it's just a bit of a whim. I think it's like, oh, I'll do it, I'll see what happens. Yeah. And then they do it, and they're like, oh God, I'm actually going to be able to go.
I heard back in like an hour as well. That's like...
Well, there we go. Okay, now Liam replies back to you quicker than he does to me. Yeah, I think that should be all right if I do it about there. Yeah, that'll be enough because then I can still cut the rest in. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh my word, I think we might have a winner here, you know. So how long have you been toying with the idea of going short then?
Pretty much since the beginning, because I grew up during lockdown, so it wasn't really a choice. I just couldn't go to the barbers.
Yeah.
And then maybe around a year ago, I started going, right, this needs to come off. It's got far too long. But I just got quite nervous about like committing to it.
Yeah. No, I get that, man. Yeah, 100%.
Also, I pretty much never wore it down because I didn't feel confident wearing it down. I didn't like how it like fell on my head.
Oh, okay.
So I tied it up most of the time. And then I'd like, over the course of a few years, I'd like bring it down again and my friends would be like, oh my God, it's that long now.
Yeah, because when it's tied up, it doesn't look that long at all, does it?
Yeah.
It just looks like you've got a man bun, doesn't it, more than anything else?
Pack it
in. Here we go. Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. First cut. There we go. First one. Second one.
It's quite long, isn't it?
Just a bit, mate. Just a bit. Third one. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't think this is going to be as long, you know. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I've got a feeling this is not as long as we can't, you know. Oh, we'll have to see when it's all finished off. Right. So the hair's cut off essentially, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to give it a rinse and I'm going to cut the shape in for you as well. All right. And I just want to start to see what your fringe does if it starts to fall forwards. All right. But you've got the length in there that we can still play around with. You've still got the length to pull it back. I've just cut it at a length that it will still allow us to cut this styling. All right, buddy?
Yeah.
Happy, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's give it a wash. Gabe's hair is all shampooed and conditioned. Blank canvas, even more so. Now, I really want to execute that forward-facing haircut on him a lot. I just think it'll be really good for him to experience something that he really wants to go for. I just hope the hair plays ball. That's what I'm hoping for. And there's quite a nice bit of wave in your hair actually as well. Looks nice.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, there's a nice little bit of wave in there.
It was dead straight when I was younger.
Was it? Oh. But you've spent 5 years like not really knowing what your hair does. So what we'll do, we'll start with the back and sides first. I'll frame the face off, cut that length in around the ears so you've still got that little bit of a flick at the bottom, still natural over the ears. As you can see, it's still got a length over the ears, the main thing. And then we'll work on the top that way. And I'll cut it as though it's forward facing, okay? Because you can always split it in the center anyway. As long as we make sure it balances, you'll be all right. So at the moment then, Gabe, how are you feeling right now in this moment?
Good.
Yeah?
Really,
good,
relieved.
Good, I'm glad.
I'm excited not having to dry it for about 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm sure there's loads of people out there nodding along with you right now going, yeah, oh, that pain, yeah.
Also brushing it as well, so long. Especially with, my arms aren't very long either. But reaching the end, real
you got
struggle.
short arm problems like me, yeah? Yeah, man. It's a real problem, you know. Genuinely is.
It's not talked about enough.
No, it's not. It's really not, you know. We do so much on hair loss, why can't we talk about short arms? T-Rex syndrome, you know? Yeah, I think the drying element of longer hair and like the brushing and just the aftercare, so it's a real thing, in it. You know, you've almost got to treat it as like a bit of a part of your day, if that makes sense. Like it's just part of your routine now, and that's it. I think that's how a lot of people get around it, by just embracing it and being like, well, this is now how long I have to spend on my hair now. This is the way it goes.
When I was doing it last night for the last time, I was thinking, I'm not going to miss this.
No. That's when you know. That's when you know you're ready. You know, I think you've nailed it there. I think you know now when you're ready is when you're not going to miss it. And I think that's the biggest thing, really, isn't it? Right. So let's cut the shape in now. So we're going for a very square shape for this, okay? And that'll work really well with your face shape as well. All right. I think it'll give you a very solid sort of silhouette for when it lies forwards. So on the sides and the back, we're looking for flicks just off the ear and just off the nape. So 2 finger width section, going from the recession point, so you can see that's my 2 fingers there. Got this nice square shape in, so we're still leaving some length in the back and side so we can still play around with it. As you can see, when you take that top layer shorter, the difference in how it reverts the length. If you look at that, it's like a bob, isn't it? It almost looks shorter. But when you cut it and you layer it in, you end up with that nice little bit of movement going on already. So, Gabe, have you told many people you're doing this?
Yeah.
Have you?
Because I was running my mouth about getting a haircut for so many years, I thought I might as well tell everyone.
Running your mouth.
It really was. I did a bit of fundraising as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
It was for Little Princess as well.
Oh, nice.
And I think there's about 320 quid right
Nice,
now.
man. Well done. So how did you do that then? Did you fundraise to get it cut off? Is that what you did?
Well, I just let everyone know I'm getting it cut off, and if I think it's a good opportunity to fundraise as well. So
yeah,
I put it on Instagram and stuff like that, and put the link up, and it's done really well.
Oh, amazing, man. That's wicked. hats off to you for doing that.
I really was not expecting the wave.
It's there, mate. It's definitely there.
I thought you'd go, nah, dead straight, can't do anything with that.
No, not at all. Do you know what it was? Do you know the little bits that had broken off? You know, around your hairline, almost like sort of around that front.
Yeah.
They had a nice little kink in them, and I was thinking, I don't know, because that's what I said to you, didn't I? On that picture, I said that his hair's quite straight. I just didn't think yours would do. I just knew it wouldn't be as straight as what maybe you thought it might have been, because. You can't really, if you can look in the mirror here, right? You've got like a little sort of kink in it. So if I do this, look how much more that moves about.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So it might not be mega curly or anything like that, but I think we could definitely encourage that to move back a lot more. I think you'll gain a lot more texture than you probably thought you would.
Those bits on the side were so annoying. Because they never go back in.
Yeah.
So I had to wear these clips, like just hair clips. I've worn them for the last 5 years. And I was saying,
you're not selling long hair here, you know.
No.
You're really not.
Yeah.
Everyone watching's like that. No, I'm not definitely growing my hair.
I think it would have been all right if I liked it down, but I didn't really. So I tied it up all the time, but it didn't do what I wanted then either.
Right, yeah. So I think maybe it just wasn't for you, mate.
Yeah.
But at least you give it a go. There's not many people who can say they got this far, you know.
Yeah.
I know we haven't even measured it yet, so you know, it'll be interesting to see how long it is. I'm hoping it's longer to get you on the top of the leaderboard, but I don't know. I've just got this little weird feeling inside my head that I don't think it's as long as we think it is.
I don't think it's that long either.
No.
When I measured it up, it was something around 17 from right the scalp.
At the scalp, yeah, exactly. That's it.
When you were saying 16, I was thinking, I'm not sure.
Unless
we're going all the way to the scalp.
Well, that's it. I think I must have left on there maybe 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
I think, you know, to be able to do the haircut. So I don't know whether it will be. Yeah. If you had a skin fade or a buzz cut, you'd definitely be up there, mate. But I don't know. I'm not too sure. But we'll wait and see. It
does look like a lot on the side there.
It does, doesn't it? It was just when I was tying it up, I was thinking, I had like a familiar feeling that I'd tied up this length many times before, and it was never over 16. So
yeah, I didn't realise it was that long until I think it was a month ago maybe. Oh no, a bit longer than that. Maybe a month before I applied.
Oh yeah.
I was brushing my hair and my sister walked past and she went, "Oh my God, you've got so much hair."
Yeah.
Because when it's down the back or like behind me, I couldn't see all the way to the bottom. And even in a mirror, I couldn't see all the way to the bottom.
Did you not find you were sitting on it though? Did you have to move out the way when you sat down?
It was tied up all the time, so I just never knew.
Yeah, that's right.
It was just other people saying to me, there's so much. And then I went, yeah, maybe it's time to go.
So what was it about these haircuts that you sort of, when you come across them, you're like, oh, I like that?
I don't know, it kind of gets away from what I had when I was younger with the tie it as you can on the sides and just whatever's left on the top. It's kind of a bit more, I'm kind of looking forward to kind of learning how to style and doing a bit more to it than just tying it back.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Have you got any products at all?
No.
Okay.
Not one.
So I'll guide you onto them as well then, mate, okay?
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Yeah, it's weird. You wouldn't think that you'd be worried about having to get products, but then again, you've probably never used them other than like, you know, hair care stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Styling wise, you've probably not used one for years. But I'm just going to work on the perimeter now. So I'm going to take the middle bit a bit shorter, keep some of it through the corners here so you get that nice little flick. And it looks like there's still quite a good amount of length in there as well. I'm just doing a mixture of scissors and razor just to give a very nice finish around the bottom. So some bits will be quite sort of blunt and chunky, other bits will be quite wispy. It's always nice to have that little bit of a change of texture around the perimeter. I always think it just creates something a little bit different. So how are you feeling about that length around the edges, mate? Happy with that, yeah?
Yeah.
So that'll all sit in them and the top falls in. You've still got the little flicks and everything else falling in there as well. All right?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Now, please, let this fall forwards. Give that a minute. Let's just see what it does. Splits that way, splits that way, that way, that way. Might be in for a chance here, mate. I'm using this connection point here because I'm trying to keep a very square layer. I also want to keep it nice and long on the top as well. So even though there's a lot of length coming off here, as we get to the top, it won't be coming off as much. If that makes sense? So this is just above the round of the head now. So that's going to fall into there, and then that will create that shape, that square shape that we're looking for. Right, I'm going to take this short through the crown here now. I'm going to create like a bit of what we call a halo section. So the crown's the shortest bit, not mega short, but just enough that it's a little bit shorter than everywhere else. So I can move about, but you're still going to be connecting in with some part there as well. Cut this in. Across the crown. That's what's going to create that movement into that length at the front, okay? Yeah, just slightly longer as we get to the front. Start to over direct. The front. Over direct, as you see, not a lot's coming off. And what you end up with is movement through the back like that, and then loads of them sitting forwards, just like that. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry a little bit of this product in. It's like a defining lotion, so it's going to bring out all that natural texture that you've got going on. So you could just put this on and leave it if you wanted to, mate. Do you know, if you wanted a really like low maintenance style, or you can put this on and blow dry with it, and this will give you a much more textured finish. You know what I mean? So we're going to use a low speed and a high heat, right? And I'm going to make this really messy with my fingers like this, just scrunching it around. So this will be even easier and quicker than using a diffuser really, because you kind of force it in the direction you want it to go in. So what you're going to do is force it coming from the back to the front. So start at the back and just blow dry everything kind of this way like that, okay? And at the top, just use your fingers just to scrunch it up like this a little bit, okay? Move it that way. Over that way, over that way, okay? And that should hopefully knock out any tartan that's left in there, okay? There we go, mate. It worked. It worked. So we just do a little bit of a fine tune. How's the length sitting for you, mate? You happy with the length?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah? 100%? Perfect. So as you can see, that is all just down to the cut, right? A little bit of product at the end, a little bit of a texture lotion just to bring that out a little bit more. But that is essentially what you're doing with it. You're just basically encouraging the cut to come out and do what it wants to do. And that is probably as close as I'll get to that sort of look that you were thinking. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. There we go. So everything's kind of nice and messy and dishevelled and the fringe isn't perfect, but you've got loads of length in it and play around with it. So, nice. There we go. So how different it looks when you've actually got like, you know, your t-shirts on and everything else, and the gowns on there. Looks completely different, doesn't it? Right, so what we need to do now is measure the longest strand of hair that we've got. So put that one here.
That looks the longest.
It does, doesn't it? I was thinking just that, yeah. If you wouldn't mind doing the honours for me, if you hold the end there, look how thick that is.
It doesn't even look like hair, it looks like a rope.
I know, yeah. Hold that there, right at the end, okay? And I'm gonna measure this out. So I'm going from the end of that hair. Am I right there? Am I on it, yeah?
Yeah.
23.5 inches. Right
Bit
at
off
the end
for
there.
17, wasn't it?
Well off, mate. Don't ever guess my judgment again, mate, on length. Bloody hell. There we go. 23.5 inches, mate. Wow. That is insane. Let's weigh it as well on the scales there, Liam. I can't see how anyone's going to beat that, mate. I'll be honest with you. 23.5 inches. Bloody hell. Right, so the weight of your hair, 144 grams. Yeah, I told you you'd win, didn't I? I said that. Right, 144 grams and 23.5 inches. Wow. What we're going to do now is give you your photo. We need you to sign your photo, stick it on the board, and then I'm going to add you up to the top there. All right, man? Cool. Perfect, mate. I'm just going to lower this down now.
I'm almost feeling for where my hair should be.
Stick your picture up, mate.
Whoops.
Amazing. So Gabe, with you having 23.5 inches taken off your hair, that takes the grand total to 115.5 inches, which means you win £100. Well done. Maybe we'll send you the money. And we'll, let us know when that arrives. And yeah, I think you're going to be on top for a while.
I hope so.
I cannot believe, I can't see anyone beating that right now. I can't. So you might be on top for the long haul, mate. So yeah, well done, mate. That was a pleasure. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. We've got Sonny in the chair, and we've just had Gabe in the chair. Now Gabe has just took the top spot with 23.5 inches, bringing that grand total to 115.5. Let's see if Sonny can beat him. And I mean, I don't know, man. You might be beating him.